Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." And DePaul has a long history of changing lives and in the process, changing the world. DePaul offers a high caliber, challenging learning environment that is respected by employers and community leaders and other universities. Your programs of study have earned national acclaim and have received both institutional and specialized accreditation. There is no greater gift we can give our youth than a quality education. And through a commitment to building knowledge, DePaul has truly been successful. All of us here today understand the importance of helping open doors for our youth in order to guide them toward a successful future. We must continue to invest in our young people because they will play a vital role in the future of our country and the world, as we all know. And as this world rapidly changes around us, we need to ensure that education is actually meeting their needs. Here in Chicago, we also look for concrete ways to enhance the opportunities available for residents. And by partnering with community-based organizations, businesses, and universities like DePaul, I believe we are achieving our goal. Our young people must have some spirit, talent, and passion. We must continue to provide them with a quality education to help channel their energy into taking charge of their futures and ours. My wish for the Richard M. and Maggie C. Daley Building is that it will always open the doors of opportunity for students, cultivate positive self-esteem, and transform how our young people think about themselves and their potential. I am filled with gratitude for this very special honor. Thank you.
To President Holzschneider, to Mary Dempsey, to Father John Richardson, to members of the Vincentian Order, the wonderful faculty at DePaul, the Board of Trustees, and of course my family. We personally thank you for this great honor on behalf of Maggie and myself and our entire family. This is a special place for me because of the history of my father here, as well as my brother and others that attended DePaul University as law school. But most importantly, it brings back good memories of my father and my mother, who said that as a family, we would give you moral values from your religious beliefs, and most important, we'll give you an education. And that was the commitment my father gave to my three brothers and my three sisters and myself. Moral values, and most importantly, as well as an education. He said, I will sacrifice for you to make sure you have every possible role in education. I thank my parents for that great commitment they have given to our entire family, and that went from my brothers and sisters to another generation of our children and our grandchildren, is that quality education. And that's through the efforts of DePaul University and the efforts of my education. But most importantly, I thank you for the wonderful commitment St. Vincent de Paul has given to our city and to the world on a mission of helping people from all walks of life, every color, creed, and diversity within our city, within the world. And that's a great commitment when you think of the years of service they have given to our city. And the opportunity of one first generation of ever attending a university. Immigrants coming into our city has attended DePaul University, and hundreds of thousands of young men and women who the first time ever graduated from university. And I thank you for that. I thank you for your commitment of making the decision of staying in Chicago in the 50s and 60s, when many times in cities, universities looked the other way. You made a commitment in Lincoln Park. You made a commitment in downtown. Those are the real strong anchors. You need foundations and anchors in the city. And they have been the foundation and the catalyst for change in Lincoln Park and downtown. I thank you for that. I thank you for the one for graduates you have given over many, many years, day school and night school here in the city of Chicago. And when you think of that great commitment, hundreds of thousands of young men and women going on to make a better city, a better country, and a better world, again, DePaul is standing there shoulder to shoulder with other universities of their great commitment of changing not only someone's life, but the lives of many other people throughout the world. I thank DePaul for the chapel downtown. I spent a lot of time in that chapel. I spent a lot of time in the church up there. After every exam, I made sure before and after that I always said a few prayers. And that was very special as well. I thank them, the alumni, and many who I attended undergraduate and graduate here that I've become friends over many years, and their wonderful contribution to our city. But when you think about education, that's why I've made education such a high priority in the city, because I've been fortunate to receive an education. And to me, the greatest gift that you give to your children is your moral values and your religious beliefs. But secondly, if you give them an education, that learning environment in the home, the learning environment in a community, the learning environment in the library, learning environment in places of worship, that is what we have to reconnect into our communities, not only in Chicago, but throughout America. There's always a learning environment. You just don't graduate and stop learning. You have to really instill this in our society. And I thank DePaul for doing that for hundreds of thousands of graduates over many years. And of course, the world is changing. We know that. We see it continually in our workforce. We are competing, of course, against countries of India and China. And that's wonderful competition for us. But at the same time, we have to recommit ourselves to a great nation, a nation that brings immigrants, a nation that has diversity, that a nation has so many human rights that we forget how the rest of the world is completely different from us. And I think we have to reaffirm our faith in our great country, regardless of political affiliation, regardless of what people say on radio or TV, that this is a great country. And we have to remind ourselves things like this would not be happening in other countries in the world. And I thank for the mission of DePaul, who have branches all over the world that understand that the city of immigrants, that they represent the world as well. And to me, this building, it represents the future. Not only the past, but most important, the future of young men and women going into public service that will go from here to other parts of government and other parts of public service throughout the world and make this a much better world. And to me, I thank you for that. I thank all those who have really have stood shoulder to shoulder with me in regards to rebuilding the catalyst of downtown. The whole South Loop is energy. To see younger people, new vitality and strength from DePaul throughout our downtown area. And of course, what Maggie has done with the arts and cultural activities is we really identify a city through the arts and culture, how well we take care of that. But most importantly, how well we take care of children. And every holiday season, I visit various children's hospitals and go there and meet the families at that Children's Memorial Hospital, meet volunteers, and meet the wonderful families and the children. And not one of them ever complained to me in my 21 years. Not one ever complained about anything here in the city or in their life. And so I think that comes from a real beliefs of something higher than all of us, and a belief of Chicago, that volunteers and people have come together. And just like at DePaul, there's so many good things that take place. Many times we don't hear them. And so I wish all of you a wonderful Christmas and a holiday season and New Year, and best of health to you and your families. And I thank DePaul. I thank the entire student body in the future, which is brighter today than ever, because your recommitment of another generation of young men and women who will do better than all of us as we sit here and stand here in this room, that another generation will recommit themselves to DePaul University and the mission of St. Vincent de Paul, the mission of education. Thank you very much.